Thanks for tuning in again. It's Chef Tash here at Infuse You, presented by Highly Hungry. Today at the table, I have favorite DJ,
Mr. Wide Up. Oh boy.
on set, enjoying the table. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right. Well, today, guys, on the menu we have stuffed salmon. Mr. Wide Up request. It's stuffed with shrimp, and it is also some Chardonnay infused cream sauce on top. That's also infused. It's about 75 milligrams. And the mac and cheese, his is a little stronger than mine. I will give him his trophy today. He's going to take a stronger dose than I am. Your whole entire plate is 100 milligrams. And he also had a cocoa butter kisses before we start.
That night was good.
It was good?
Yeah.
You heard it here first. He like the cocoa butter kisses, y'all. Don't sleep on them. Don't sleep on them. So, say a quick grace and then we can go ahead and start eating. You can pray the way you pray. Bless this food that we're about to receive. Nourish our bodies in Christ Jesus. So, Lord, amen. Cool. All right.
I've been waiting to eat all day.
Yeah, mix that in. Get that in good.
Oh.
No regrets. It's all silent on his side.
You ain't got to worry about nothing, is it? At all.
Forgets it's an interview.
Right, that's what I was saying. No, okay. So, how did you decide on the name Mr. Wired Up?
The name Mr. Wide Up, it came from my first song I ever did. It was called You Wired Up. And my original name wasn't Mr. Wired Up. My original name was KB out the 713.
KB out the 713?
That was my original name before Mr. Wired Up.
Where did that name come from?
Because
Other than 713 part, but.
Yeah, I went to, because my nickname is KB.
Okay.
And so, you know, when I started rapping, and when I got to PV, the only thing I could think of for a name was KB out the 713. Because I was from Houston, and my name is KB. So then when we put out You Wired Up, every time somebody saw me, they would be like, "What's up, Mr. Wired Up? What's up, Mr. Wired Up?"
Right.
And it just stuck. So then I went from, I dropped it out the 713, and then I became KB, aka Mr. Wired Up. So then I dropped KB, and then Mr. Wired Up just came. So.
And now you really sticking with Mr. Wired Up because
It's flashy.
It's flashy, and you wire some stuff up. You know, you get. So, when did you first fall in love with hip hop?
Man, for a minute, like I can't really give an answer to that because it's like from birth. Like I don't know why, but I just been in love with music. Even when any sport I ever did, any like outside activity, I always had to have music around me some kind of way. So it's just like, you might as well say from birth, if anything.
Okay, from birth. But what was that song that made you just come out into the world and was like, man, forget this. I know how to do this. This man, this woman, this song, this inspired me to jump into this field.
Jill Scott, Is It The Way?
Who is your biggest influential rapper here in Houston?
Because I grew up in Dead End, so, like.
All right, okay.
I was raised by Hawk and Pat.
Yeah.
You know, I looked up to them, but at the time when they was alive, I wasn't even really just like into music. And then I got into music, and I remember I had a show one night at I don't know if anybody remember Connections. You remember Connections?
I wasn't even supposed to be in I wasn't even supposed to be in there, but yeah.
I had ran into him on Main when Soundwave used to be on Main.
Oh, I love Soundwave.
And I was putting my CDs in the store, and he came out and he was like, "Oh, what you doing up here?" I was like, "Man, put my CDs." He was like, "You rap?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Man, let me check you out." And this was the You Wired Up song. So that same night, I met him that day. That same night, I had the show of Connections, and it was him and Zero. So,
Mr. Mo City Dunn himself.
Yeah. So when I got there, I performed. Club lit up. Everybody know the song. So when I got off stage, you know, Hawk had told me, he was like, "Man, I listened to the CD earlier, man. You jammed, you killed it."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Man, yo, we gotta work." You know, and I was like, "Man, I'm ready to work." And then, you know, for seeing episodes happened, and I never got the chance to work with him, you know, and that was like the best moment right there. But like influential for me, rapping was Lil Flip.
Okay. Go ahead and expound on that.
I mean, cause at the time when Flip had came out, he wasn't rapping like everybody else in the SUC.
True. Okay.
You know, so like it was like, man, he not rapping. You know, he not rapping like Hawk. He not rapping like Pat. Not rapping like everybody. Everybody had their own style, but his just really stood out.
Mm.
You know, so it was just like, I was like, all right, well, you know, let me try this rapping stuff. And so you know, like I used to listen to Flip heavy. I used to listen to him. So I started trying to use what he was saying and putting it in my words. You know, but you know, like starting to rap, that's who I was looking up to. Everybody got who they look at.
Shout out to my joint session. Y'all speaking back there. Joint session, what's up?
What's up?
Hey. Don't forget, if y'all want to be off the live and on the chair getting elevated with us, DM us, email us, get out to us. We going to get you here in the seats and get y'all elevated. Put it in the air. How did that happen? How did that song come about?
That's my first child.
Firstborn. You never forget the firstborn.
That's the first child, man. That's a record that was ahead of me. But we did put it in the air. Like I had the beat to put it in the air for like 2 years. And Mr. Hankey, he did Smile in California. He produced those records. That was actually the first producer I ever worked with, was Mr. Hankey. Like I still work with him to this day. So like I had the beat for like he had gave me the beat and we was going through the beats and I kept the beat. I never recorded to the beat. Then like 2 years later, some said, go through the beats again, Hankey gave, and I found that one. So I wrote to that one, and the first version to put it in the air, it was me, a friend of mine, Wanderers, and Short Texas. Because at the time, like Wanderers and Short Texas was always their connections. They always play my music. I always play Short music. I always play Wanderers music. So that's the original version. The newer version with the video, I ended up going on tour with Lil O. And so, you know, he was the OG, and, you know, it's like, all right, this the young cat. So every city we went to, you know, we do put it in the air, but O never came out with us to do his verse on the song.
Yeah.
So.
Doing playbacks.
You know what I'm saying? So we still on the tour. We go out, we do put it in the air, we do put it in the air. So then we come home, and then put it in the air was like, top of the food chain. So then after that, I was like, man, I see you working, man. Everybody playing put it in the air. He's like, man, that's good. I'm proud of you. We get back on the road there. Finally came out on stage and did his verse and put it in the air. I was like, oh, you believe in me now. So
I done got that hype up there.
Yeah,
you know
but that's like to this day, people still know me from put it in the air. You know, like that's you know, when you wired up, gave me my name. Put it in the app, it just stamped it right there. But everybody tell me I was ahead of that song, man. But it's like, hey, you can't deny it though.
No, you can't. It's for you.
Yep.
So since you brought them up, I'm feeling a little bit of that experience. How was it? This question actually came from a fan. How was it working with Lil O?
Man, cool. Picky though. He'll tell me in a heartbeat if he don't like the beat. But like I know for sure if I picked up the phone, I call and say, hey, big bro, I need a verse. Woo, you know, send me the beat. Like he know what I can do now. It's not like I didn't learn and watched it. You know what I'm saying? So he know what I can do on the record. Like we got a couple of songs together and a video. So you know it's just like, cool, man. That's big bro though.
I'm a nice guy by no means. He said it to you in the song.
Yep.
You know? What was your first edible experience like? And let me get a lighter while we're on cannabis, please.
First. I think this was not my first year at PV.
At PV?
My first year at PV. Like being in the band. You know, you being a band member, you gotta always be able to think on your feet.
Wait, hold on, back up real quick. Wait. You was in the band, what you playing?
Baritone. At PV, I played baritone.
Well, I played the trumpet, but we was in that section.
But like you see the weirdest things. So like, you know, I'm crabbing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, freshman or whatever. So like, you know, they tell us to do weird stuff. Like that night, they was like, all right, at the band practice, go put y'all stuff up. and meet us at the bus stop wearing some hot socks.
Huh?
What?
Oh, you still being hazed.
Yeah, this is freshman year.
This crab year, okay.
This is my crab year, so meet them at the bus stop, get in the van, and take us to the spot. Now, I done seen some amazing things, but I didn't, band members have a mind to go. We using mouthpieces, and when I seen the apple, I made a bong out of an apple.
Yes.
And I was trying to figure out, because he didn't look like he cut the apple in half, but I was trying to figure out how he dug a hole that deep around without splitting that apple with the smoke. I'm like, how I do this? They was like, man, hey, sometimes you ain't got no papers, no cigars.
You gotta do
what you gotta do.
Oh, God. But no fruit safe. And so that's when you had, that wasn't your first edible experience, though. That was your first cannabis weed experience. Okay.
First edible experience, I had, I think it was a Rice Krispie treat. I think that probably was everybody's first experience, but that was mine.
Oh, mine was banana pudding and pound cake. I ain't gonna even lie.
Yeah, mine was the Rice Krispie treats and gummy bears.
How long did you sleep? Do you remember?
I probably slept about like a day and a half. About a day and a half. I was like, man, what the fuck happened to me?
Say, how the fuck this shit happened? Wait a minute. What benefits do you receive from cannabis?
My concentration. Because sometimes, like, I know I wear glasses, but sometimes I can't concentrate. So when I smoke, it make me concentrate a little bit more, and I think faster. Sometimes.
Okay.
And I can go to sleep.
It definitely helps me focus a lot more. Let me get that straight. It helps me focus a lot more, so I can stay motivated on what I'm doing. Only if I'm doing it, if I smoke or eat while I'm doing something, it works then better. But if I sit down and smoke and then try to go back to what I was doing, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna forget what that was. Like, what was I supposed to be doing? So, you say it brings you focus artistically. Like, how does cannabis affect you artistically? Does it, like, what does it give you superpowers?
I've been getting way more ideas. Way more ideas. That's why if I gotta write, then I smoke before I write.
Okay.
Because I get more creative on songs or whatever. So it'll be like I want to be focused on one kind of song. I'll be doing like 4 or 5 different songs while I'm sitting there writing on my phone. I might write a hook on one song and then go to another beat. And then I'm writing a verse and I ain't even wrote the hook. Stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But it helped me a lot. Most of my songs was wrote high.
Do you remember when you wrote sober?
Well, yeah, this was like when I first started rapping.
It's almost that time, almost that time. So, who is an artist that you haven't worked with yet, but you definitely look forward to it in the future?
Jill Scott.
You just got hard.
I feel like you can sing or something.
I'm just saying, man. Y'all gotta love Jill.
Somebody go find Jill Scott.
I'm telling you.
Tag her in this Shed It Soul, because Mr. White, and I swear to God, if I'm not a feature, because I can woo, let me do it. I'm going to just infuse her. I'm going to stay in my lane. I'm going to just go ahead and cook her something to eat. I cook for both of y'all.
We can eat together, baby.
And I'm going to let Jill sing, and I'm going to just vibe with it in the kitchen. Do you hear me? I'm just going to vibe.
We can eat together.
What's your favorite Jill Scott song? You can't say, is this the way? That's the sing.
Long Walk. Or B minor.
Sing B minor. How'd it go? I forgot.
I can't sing, but I can make notes.
The beat is what right, DJs be like. I love it.
They got their own way. You tell them to sing, they whistle.
I have to start whistling.
Look, if we move this at the table, get that old school table, go to knocking on it. Oh God. Say it came in. So, how do you want to grow musically?
To the point where everything I touch dealing with music goes straight platinum.
Oh, speak it. All right, so tell me a little bit about the right now. What's going on right now? What's new with you? What are your fans? What does everybody who's looking for Mr. Wide Up need to know?
Dropping a new project, March 3rd.
I see that. Okay.
Double Cup of Swishers 2. I've been trying to drop this project like forever.
Tell me a little bit about it.
I mean, my first project I did was called Double Cups. Double Cups of Swishers, that was the first one. So what I was going for was like a series, that was mine.
Right.
So we did Double Cups of Swishers 1, and it did real good. So, I started working on DCS 2, and I've been having it in the vault for a minute. So now I'm going to put it out, because I'm finna work on another project. I just recently signed with 1501. So I'm working on a project with them. So that, if y'all watch me on Instagram, Tip by Confessions. I'm working on the new season. I'm working on the new season, so that's why ain't nobody seen no new episodes. So we're getting the new season together. I think we on like season 125. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Numbers. I don't know. Just a lot of videos. I don't know, but I'm just gonna assume we on season 19. I don't know. See how I don't even know.
I need a sneak peek. What we got to look forward to on the show?
Just most strippers.
Your best selling pitch. That's the best selling pitch.
What can I get out of Tip by Confession? Strippers.
Pretty much.
But
it's very entertaining.
You might catch an ass chicken too. You might see a titty, but strippers.
Alright, cool. And you said y'all don't have a date to be announced, right?
What, for Tip by Confession?
Tip by Confession, yeah.
It just happens when it happens. And if it happens, then y'all know we on season 26. And
cool. Y'all make sure y'all follow up on that. I can't wait till March 3rd. That is my birthday, so I'm also going to be ready to turn up to Double Cup 2, right? Double Cup of
Swishers 2. He says 2. Because we got T Wayne on there. Who else we got on there? Like, I forgot that. But now I got some good features. So, I always keep it like the people I've been working with. We've been working together for 8, 9 years. So it's good I could call them when I need to work.
Okay. Well, I look forward to hearing that. I know y'all gonna listen to it too. Mr. Wide Up has cleaned his plate. Y'all, joint session, y'all gotta give him a round of applause for that one, because he cleaned his plate. Do you hear me? 100 milligrams. How you feeling?
Yep.
How did everything taste?
Good.
No.
Man, ain't it? Oh, what?
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Shit. This is the part of the show where the infusion kicks in. And we get to ask you some fun questions. So, you ready? If someone dies in a living room, is it still a living room?
Yes.
Okay. If it rains on a Sunday, does that mean it's now a rain day?
No.
When you buy a bigger bed, do you have more bedroom but less bedroom?
C.
See all of the neutral C. Circle C, you safe.
I just know you can't go wrong with C.
For plane crashes on the border between the U.S. and Canada, where do they bury the survivors?
In the middle.
The survivors aren't buried.
In the middle.
Survivors are alive, so the survivors aren't buried.
It was in the middle.
If 8 men take 10 hours to build a wall, how long would it take 4 men?
I don't know.
No time, the wall was already built.
It's, in the middle.
Is it illegal for a man to marry his widow's sister?
No.
Why not?
The widow. The sister? I don't know.
She dead.
Ain't she dead?
What word would you use to describe a man who does not have all of his fingers on one hand?
High five.
What? Okay. Give me a high five.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Happy Eaters, for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. And as always, make sure you guys follow us on all of our social media. We'll have them down here at the bottom for you. And like, comment, and subscribe. But before we head out, Mr. White, tell them where they can find you.
Man, y'all can follow me. Follow me on Instagram at Mrwiredupohboy. Everything Mr. Wired Up, YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat. Yeah, y'all follow me. Double Cut Switcher 2, March 3rd. Y'all make sure y'all get that ASAP. But then
Everywhere.
everywhere.
Even in the middle. You gotta get it. I appreciate you for stopping by. Mr. Wide Up, Highly Hungry got you some little gear in. Have you been infused?
Yep. Sure the hell have.
Thank you for stopping by.
Appreciate the invite. Go shoot some hoops in this tall tee. Hopefully I get picked.
Let me know, because we're rooting for you. Either way.
Doing it in the middle.
You can put